This has got to be King God Castle's first biggest misstep. I have to call the devs out. Not here. In this video, I'm going to be going over the patch notes for the game King God Castle 4.0.9 and the newest Relic, newest DLC for Great Rift. Yes, boys, you heard it right. We're going to go straight into it. September 7th, Mr. Crackle. So, newest Relic. This has nothing to do with the new DLC. You can get this in game for free, okay? This has nothing to do with new Relic, okay? So what it does, it reads, when executing or killing enemy with less than 15%, you get HP recover. Now, this is a translation issue. It actually gives you execution. It gives you 15% execution, and then when you get executed, right? When you execute enemies, you get health back. It shouldn't say when, okay? It should not say when executing. So how to get this? You can get it from the corruption token shop, and it will get unlocked for you when you clear a Rift challenge phase 0 or more. And then there are the packages to be able to get this, and this is where it kind of gets interesting, well, controversial, should I say. So yeah, Book of Death appears as an altar relic in the Great Rift that increases the maximum level of Altar of Death. So Great Rift expansion package. So this is where it gets a little dicey. We are releasing Great Rift extension DLC that allows you to use a 7th altar in Rift. It sounds great, right? It sounds amazing. We all love, well, I mean, I believe, right? I mean, I personally do. I love Great Rift, and guess what? That mode, you want more stuff, you have to pay for this DLC. There is no way for you to get this game through free means, 100%. So let's look at it. So this allows you to use the Altar of Death. So if you guys are confused, Altar of Death is a actual new 7th altar, okay? Not the Relic of Death. This is completely the Book of Death, I guess I should say. This is completely different. This is the Altar of Death, and they are releasing it in a similar package. If you guys were playing around when the goddess, the god king skin was released for Mel for the 3 packages, you know, that whole thing, they're bringing that back, obviously at a lesser price. But yeah, let's just look at it. So package 1, you get the altar, so you unlock the whole entire DLC, okay? If you want to unlock everything that this DLC entails, right, this package is for you, and this is the one that I actually recommend. Package 2, let's see what you get. You get the same thing as package 1, but you get a King God version of the new Relic. So if you get a King God version. You don't have to like make it yourself, right? And the last one, you get everything mentioned before, but you get 8 magical forge stones. Okay, that's decent. And then 100 gems, which is also kind of decent. So let's look at the prices. So this is fixed price. Okay, so fixed price is the original price, and right now if you get it during this duration or something, you get a discounted price. I'm just gonna be looking at it. Let's just look at it. So Altar Death Package 1, so if we look at it, it's about $5, and $5, I think it's worth it. $5, you know, you do it. And I mean it's a lot. It's a lot of stuff. It adds a lot to the experience, actually. So $5, I think I can get away with it. So next one, $8, $8 to $9 ish. For a Book of Death, that's like meh. And then like this one right here, 12 to 13, so about like $12 ish. This is actually, you know, not gonna lie, this is actually not that bad, right? $12 for this, you know what I'm saying? This is actually not bad. This is enticing for me, right? But yeah, but if you don't look at this and you look at the fixed prices, 100% just get package 1. If you just got into the game and you are outside of the duration of the discounted price, definitely only get package 1, man. Get package 1. I mean, just everything considered, just get package 1. You don't need all this garbage, really. You don't need it. You really don't need it. Just do this and be done with it. Now, Price of each project varies by country, etc., etc. Altar of Death is only available in Great Rift. Okay, the Altar of Death is only available. The Book of Death is game wide. Okay, that is not DLC. Yeah. And then we get to, so this is my issue with this. Like, this is actually not obtainable in any way. This Altar of Death 7th altar thing that adds so much to that mode, and it even gives you additional Great Rift achievements. I want to know if you don't have this purchase, do you see those new achievements? So, like, for example, you'll never see 100% Great Rift achievements because you won't be able to do this because you didn't buy the Altar of Death, right? Let me know in the comments below if that is the case. I actually don't know. So that is it's just more, man, it's bad taste in my opinion. That like I said before, I released like a short video that you guys might have seen, and I wanted them to release this, and you can purchase this through in-game means, like 2,000 gems. Like, I don't freaking care. You can make the gem amount even more than the original amount. Like, I would be happy if that option even existed. I don't even care if the gem per dollar ratio was higher than the fixed price. The fact of the matter is that you're able to do alchemy or something, save gems, and get this Altar of Death package through in-game means without paying money. This is the first, like, biggest piece of content that they are locking behind a paywall, and man, I have to call them out, man. I am not for it. And, like, of course I'm gonna get it and I'm gonna cover it and stuff. Like, I'm hyped. Like, I want to support, like, awesome piece of stuff. But, like, I'm thinking about my free-to-play players. I feel for you guys, and I like this is just bad, man. I mean, yeah, man, I don't know. That is my thoughts. I think they really slipped up on this one, and it is very unfortunate. Now, if you did get the Altar system, so if you guys are looking to get convinced to get this, and to be honest, $5 if you get it right now, okay, $5, okay, it is really it's great. It's great. And it is definitely worth it. And it is probably, if they will continue this trend, then altar packages for Great Rift, of course, will probably be the second best thing to spend your money on besides the battle pass. Usually people are like, oh, battle pass is the only thing you need to spend on, right? And this actually might be that, that second thing that you should get every time. So now when you go to Great Rift, given that you got that DLC package, you will actually select your altars, your combinations, because you can only start Great Rift with 6 altars. So you have 7 now, and you can create your own combination, which is kind of crazy, because this actually creates some additional depth of strategy, to be honest. So, for example, if you are doing a specific comp and you're just like, I hate Giant, like Giant does not do anything for me, don't pick it, right? You can click Heroes, Blacksmith, Blood, Mage, Greed, Death, and you will never see Giant base like altars ever. And that is amazing. In my opinion, that is amazing to be able to do. And that is like a very overshadowed effect that people usually don't really think about. So yeah, basically what I just said. And then Altar of Death, the animation is cool. That I was curious about what color they were going to use. They're kind of doing like this teal, like, off hero altar, and I like it. It looks cool. Execution, death friendly enemy units. Altar of Death is composed of effects that provide execution. So it's all about like execution, and when you execute them, you can kill basically beefy targets. You can kill them better, aka late mob floors, aka laser guys. Effects that become stronger when enemies and allies die, and effects that provide enemies to be killed or allies to be sacrificed. So like it's like Void Relic but on steroids, basically. And if in my opinion, if you do Altar of Death and you have Void Relic, this is like it's just freaking astronomical insane. But effects of altars by level. So this is what it does. You get innate execution. That is insane. Innate execution, passive execution When the enemy is killed, you heal HP. Okay, that's great. So you get survivability. So it's like Void Relic, like say Void, comparison of Void Relic, right? Void Relic is very simple. Units die, you get stronger, but there's no survivability, right? This is like you execute person. When you execute them, you get HP back. And when the ally is killed, you get a scaling damage reduction. Am I reading that right? Yeah. And then you have a scaling damage buff, which is kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy. So you basically have, it's just a Void Relic on steroids. It is crazy good. And let's just look at these runes. That's a lot of runes. That's a lot of effects. Okay, look, killed when killed. We're just gonna go. I'm not gonna like. It's a lot. It's a lot. Summons totems. And provoke. So like a Tason, whenever an ally is killed, you get increased attack speed. That's kind of nuts, dude. This relic is nuts. The Blessing of the Dead, that's kind of insane. 320%. Executes enemy with less than 30% HP and increases damage dealt by 100% of executed enemies' HP. That's actually not bad. Oh, I mean, that's pretty good. This is pretty good. The Executor, I think that's pretty good. Just based on eye test, okay? Eye test. I haven't played with this yet, but based on eye test, Reaper's Bomb, upon normal attack, has 10% of summoning a bomb with HP. Up to 2 bombs are summoned per enemy unit, and when they're destroyed, they blow up. I don't know how I feel about that. I feel like that is a very niche comp to use that in. Offering when killed increases the stat of other allies by converting 20% of attack and spell power to their base stat, and that is Void Relic. I'm curious if Void Relic is still available because this is just like, I mean, if you have all this with Void Relic, that is kind of insane, dude. That is insane. This is the King God. This is the Keystone rune for Altar of Death. With allies on the left and right, okay, it's already a unique effect, right? No effect does this right now. Allies on the left and right are killed at the beginning of the battle, and then obtains 25% of all of their stuff, and that's kind of nuts, dude. That's kind of nuts. Ooh, that's kind of insane. Oh, I like this. I mean, the thing is though, with Altar of Death, I feel like there are a lot of this right here. This with Altar of Death, with the ability to choose your 6 relics. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but for me, when I see this is like strategic, just heaven. And there's so many things you could do with this, and it is kind of, and no, you can't go into Great Rift with just 1 relic choice. Okay, you have to select 6. Okay, yeah. Man, I'm excited. It is, and having said this, I do believe it is worth the $5. Okay, get it at the discounted price. I mean, this is not a sponsored video or anything. I am calling AWESOMEPIECE out for not making this available through free-to-play means, but I do think it offers a lot for what you get and what you pay for, and it is amazing. I love Great Rift. If you love Great Rift, this is a no-brainer, so this is the new bosses. This makes me sad because based on what they've said, if they didn't do this, we would have had chapter 11 and 12 by now. That is the, I'm telling you right now, that was the case. So the 2 new bosses are randomly selected when entering the 7th floor of the Great Rift and can be confirmed through the progress bar at the top of the interface. So you can actually see who the last boss is when you enter Great Rift floor 7, so you can kind of plan for that. And you have new achievements, which is kind of insane. And then this is one of the newest last bosses as opposed to Moot, right? So Mornouche is a dragon that provides various, how did I know it's a freaking dragon, dude? My hope for my previous hope for chapter 11 was a volcano stage, and you're fighting a huge freaking dragon, and you have to kill like 5 heads or something. And guess what? This is a freaking dragon, 5 heads. It could have been Draco's dad, and this makes me very sad. That uses various crowd control spells. I see. So it's like, upon dealing normal attack damage to all heroes, uses a random skill. All targets hit by the skill will take damage and receive the effect. When HP is reduced, the number of normal attack targets and the frequency. I see. So crowd control spell. So very CC focused boss, which is so you want some CC immunity, boys. Yeah. So Eye of Abyss Zen'el. Zen'el is an unknown being from the abyss that uses powerful magic over a wide range. So like a magic user, I'm assuming something like a mage boss, right? Mage raid boss. Zen'el's normal attacks deal damage to all targets in the path, reaching the farthest hero. So like from this description, I haven't faced it yet. I haven't seen anything. It's a beam-like raid mode mage boss, I'm assuming. If the target has taken normal attack or skill damage 2 times, launches a special attack dealing spell power damage to the target and others in the path from Zen'el to target. When HP is reduced, cast a powerful ultimate recovering HP and damage dealt. Interesting. It sounds like a position hero, or not. Sounds like a position type of boss. You really need to watch your positioning on this boss and how you're doing it, and that will be interesting to see. Man, like this could have been chapter 11. This could have been chapter 12. I'm so freaking sad, dude, but whatever. They are increasing the Great Rift rewards. Yes, as you guys know, Great Rift doesn't really give the best rewards. So that's why when people are like, why are you doing Great Rift? It is not efficient. Well, to be honest, like I don't really freaking care if it's efficient. It's fun and it gives me stuff, right? And it is great that they are giving us more stuff for doing it. So they are actually proportionally scaling this based on your invasion run. So now you have an incentive to go further in your invasion and you get more gold and things like that. And if you clear a higher phase, you actually get more rewards, which is kind of which is what I wanted in the first place. I mean, I guess I'll do phase 15. It's kind of boring doing phase 15 all the time because phase 15, once higher phases that you go, you start doing what I call the meta Great Rift comps, right? And you have less strategic fun. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, it is nice that when you do phase 15, you get additional 75% reward, as you should, because phase 15 is pretty freaking tough. And I imagine with all of the changes, it's even tougher now. I'm gonna put it out there. I'm pretty sure Great Rift is even tougher now, especially with the change in the last boss. It is. I'm gonna put it out there. I think it is drastically harder now. All right, new ability of Ophelia. I wonder what it is. Blood backflow. Create a area of blood backflow, converting a % of drain recovery into damage to enemies within 3x3 range of the blood soul target. So it's so she does her skill and then she smacks the target. Why can't this, okay, my first instinct is that why can't this be 5x5 in range? You know what I'm saying? In range. Make this 5x5 and ooh, you have a OP hero. Awesome piece. If you're watching this, change this to 5x5 and I imagine is much better. Maybe Ophelia blood altar kind of might work with this. I don't know. We're gonna have to see. At first glance, this doesn't make me excited, but it does pique my curiosity is what I will say. A bunch of bug fixes, and that is it. Let me know in the comments below, are you getting this new altar of death? What do you think about this first crazy paid DLC wall for a mode that blocks a lot of, that gates a lot of content like achievements? It is insane. What do you think about it? Are you getting it? What do you think about all these runes and all this? Let me know your experience with these bosses. Are these bosses kicking your butt? I'm pretty sure it's gonna kick butt, and I'm definitely gonna be making a new Great Rift video using the new altar, and be sure to subscribe and like the video to keep up with that. As always, thumbs if you liked it, subs if you loved it, and I'll see you in the next one, boys. Later.